Get out here and engage targets again from the land to the sea. This I know as well as for the Romanians. So it's able to mix in the integration of the different aspects of we're able to get after some long-range precision, and so are they. As long as our partners know that we're there to support them in all the endeavors, and it's just a joint fight throughout the whole NATO alliance.
And sir,
again, this did take a lot of time planning, but there was nothing special for this. We were able to do just the same thing: our diligent mask wearing, hand washing, social distancing when available. Same practices that we do at home are the same practices that we're doing out here on deployment. And that is on both sides, both the Romanian and the Americans. So they're gracious hosts and they're doing the same precautions, and it was safe all the way around.
That I would call values also the professionals, the profession of field artillery units and the brigades today here, your brigade and our brigade, 41st and 8th La Rome Brigade. These two brigades very much value the three constants that you just described. Today you see the integration of fires of two respected branches and specialties, but also very professional soldiers that train together. As I stated before, this is the second firing of HIMARS system in Romania. The first one was during Sabre Guardian 2017. Now this is the second exercise, but I can assure you in between there was a lot of training together and the purpose of interoperability. The lethality proven today at the distances that the exercise used on the Black Sea, I think that speaks for itself. I think the captioning or the target acquisition systems that we had available today showed the integration between target acquisition sensors and fire direction center and then shoot and BDA. I think that package tells you today how interoperable Romanian and U.S. soldiers can be inside the field artillery. Today, this is a fundamental evidence of how the U.S.-Romanian military partnership developed in time, and especially after 1994, when Romanian and American soldiers trained and even deployed together in theaters of operations. Since 1994, mainly, we participate together at such activities that prove that we can combine capabilities, we can provide integrated training, but we can also enhance interoperability. The soldiers today that fired, they're just a continuum of this partnership. Today, 2020, it's not a variable of this development and partnership. This is just a phasing of what it's about to come in the years of the future. I can tell you that next year we're very eager to receive our own HIMARS, and I'm very proud to comment on the minister's announcement that 2021 we will have the first systems arriving. So we're trained, as you can see, we're ready together with the U.S. soldiers to welcome that and to improve the interoperability like I mentioned before. This is also, the success of our soldiers is also a success of how human beings should look at fighting COVID. You cannot stop the need to train together and have successful activities like this today. Soldiers, American, Romanian, prove today that they can come together, fight COVID in the same time, but capitalize the need for deterrence and defense in the Black Sea region. One of the alliance's very important tasks that we all embark on supporting. So we can do COVID, we can cope with those consequences, but we will never minimize our main task and our main mission to stay together, train together, and when needed, fight together.
So as an instructor pilot with the 37th Airlift Squadron and an Air Mobility Liaison Officer with U.S. Army Europe, we're conducting a high-rain mission with an element of the 41st Field Artillery Brigade to deliver a HIMARS here in Romania. So the HIMARS, the Air Force and the Army working together, are able to deliver long-range precision fires anywhere rapidly with the C-130 and build interoperability with our European partners. That's exactly why we're here. So the 37th Airlift Squadron and the 41st Artillery Brigade are working together to deliver a HIMARS and work with our Romanian partners. C-130, its ability to go anywhere rapidly, take this asset all over Europe and deliver long-range precision fires, builds interoperability and partnership capacity with our European allies.
What we're doing here is to conduct a joint exercise with the Air Force and our Romanian allies. Is that good? Okay. So today what we're doing here is JI, which is the joint inspection with the Air Force to make sure that we're serviceable and have what we need and that we can get onto the plane. Also today we're going to load up our ComSec. We're going to make sure everything we need is inside of the vehicle to go. Fuel, we've already gotten fuel, so we're double tapping on that. So just PCCs, PCIs, doing everything we would do before we get on the plane. For my team, this is the first mission that our unit has really gotten since standing up, and it's been a load of work. It's been a lot of late nights, a lot of coming in on our weekends and Donzas. But all in all, once this is over, I'm going to be very proud. I am very proud of me, my team, the unit, so I feel very lucky.
So basically the way this works down is we get tasked at pretty much random. Obviously this one's supporting Rapid Falcon, so with the HIMARS movement here to work in close proximity with the Romanians. We're one of 2 aircraft, so the other one, the MC-130 out of Mildenhall, is coming down shortly after our arrival. They'll load up as well and then head towards the Black Sea for the live fire exercise. So our role is essentially the truck driver. Well, I mean, honestly, as far as the tactical element, the fact that we're able to move something as as lethal as a HIMARS system within a matter of hours, I mean, to put it in perspective, 3 hours ago you were talking about a system that was 1,000 miles away, and now us and the aircraft arriving now are able to put advanced weapon systems another 50 miles away. Like, that's fairly unique. So that rapid response capability, I mean, I guess you could say the world's ever shrinking. So. No, I mean, this is now the 3rd time I've worked, at least within some form or fashion, with the Romanians, and it's been a pleasure. They're highly capable assets in NATO, as well as just great people to work with. So I'm grateful for the experience, and it's really impressive and just an awesome thing to be a part of.
Perfect.
So,
Thank you for your
yeah, man.
Ready because the brigade have the opportunity to come out here and conduct a joint firing with our Romanian counterparts out here in testing long-range precision fire systems. So that's what's going on here today.
All right, and
Absolutely, you like to agree that readiness is our #1 priority. So as far as coming out here conducting a joint overall operation, enable us to make sure that we are synced with our NATO counterparts as far as the Romanian army out here. So it's very critical to make sure these training bring us together in one to synchronize what's going across Europe. It's important because it's all about expeditionary operation. Dynamic full employment, meaning we can deploy anywhere, anytime, provided what the mission provides for us overall. So as far as dynamic deployment, it's about loading aircraft and deploying somewhere expeditionary to support our wartime mission for our counterparts.
And then
Army's our bid over deploying very expeditional amount of railer. It's to put a platform on the C-130, C-17, deployed to another country, employ indirect fire support, and in support of our big-time wartime operations. For us, the big thing so far is over relationship, really. Because if we look at a joint fight, we got to make sure we to synchronize fires together. It's the reason why we shot first, this shot second, we shot again. It's all about how can we synchronize fires on the target to destroy a target in place.
Sergeant Cunningham.
We ready to go? Hello. Do I need to do anything for this? Good afternoon. I want to give you a quick update on the status of our National Guard airmen and soldiers performing duties at the Capitol. I'm John Whitley, the Acting Secretary of the Army. I'm joined by, I think most of you probably know, General Dan Hokanson, Chief of the National Guard, and Major General William Walker, Commander of the D.C. National Guard. To begin, I'd like to thank our National Guard soldiers and airmen for the hard work, swift response, and steadfast dedication they've committed ensuring that our Capitol remains secure. I'm incredibly proud of our airmen and soldiers serving in support of local and federal law enforcement activities. This mission shows the breadth, flexibility, and resolve of the National Guard and the sacrifice and service it provides to our nation. I'd like to thank the governors who volunteered their guardsmen, the mayor of D.C., and our local and federal law enforcement partners. As we continue to work to meet post-inauguration requirements, the National Guard has been requested to continue supporting federal law enforcement agencies with about 7,000 personnel for the coming weeks. That presence will likely draw down to about 5,000 by mid-March. I'm going to go through the specifics of that. We've received 4 requests for follow-on assistance from federal and municipal partners. The requests have come from the U.S. Park Police, the U.S. Secret Service, the Capitol Police, and the Metropolitan Police Department of Washington, D.C. All 4 requests have been approved, the federal request by the Secretary of Defense, the municipal request by myself, the Acting Secretary of the Army. National Guard service members will provide a variety of support, including security, communications, medical evacuation, logistics, and safety support to these organizations. Support to the Metropolitan Police Department and the U.S. Park Police will continue through the end of January and the first week of February, respectively, with about 500 supporting the park, 500 supporting municipal MPD, the Municipal Police Department, about 550 supporting, that's backwards, I'm sorry, about 500 supporting the Park Police, about 550 supporting Metropolitan Police Department.